Hey, welcome back to Reno. It's time for the 250cc main event, the final Arenacross of the season. Take a look at the starting lineup. Denny Stevenson is the fast guy. He had first pick on the gate. Charlie Bogart, Hodges, Demuth, Willow, Brad Hagseth, Jeremy Buell, and on down the line. And you know what, Rick? Jeff Willow is lined up right in the center, just as he did in the 125cc class. Let's go down to Greg White for a final report from the start line.
Guys, with Buddy Antunez sidelined, Denny Stevenson carries the load of the mighty juggernaut that is Team Suzuki. He said he's ready to win this final race of the season. When that gate drops, we're going to find out. But keep an eye on number 17, Charlie Bogart. He's been charging all night long. Guys?
We'll do that, Greg. Thank you very much. And interesting to note that Denny Stevenson has moved away from the edge of the track and closer to where Jeff Willow is, Rick.
Well, he learned a lesson. I mean, that's what a pro rider does, and the guy of Denny Stevenson's stature is not going to take, getting a bad start lightly. So he moved over, and let's see if it works for him.
Here we go, and it looks to me like it's going to work. Stevenson with a good shot. Willow is right there, and right back there where he usually is Charlie Bogart. But the contest through the whoops was Denny Stevenson and Jeff Willow. Stevenson came out on top, and Hagseth is running third.
Denny Stevenson looks really strong and really confident, but right there, Jeff Willow
has passed him.
Got by. What happened is Willow, I think, quadded up on top of the tabletop, and that's where he made his ground. Right there, he does the other quad and pulls a little distance. So maybe we can see Jeff Willow win his first race. It's the last one of the year.
This is Arenacross. You don't want to look around. You don't want to make any mistakes. You don't want to take time to congratulate yourself. If you do, you're going to get bumped. You're going to get passed, and that's obviously what happened.
Well, I think it was a small mistake. We couldn't see what it was, but Jeff Willow does look strong and looks confident.
Oh, he does. We're going to go back and take another look at Charlie Bogart's start, because it's going to be another Bogart day as he comes through the pack. Rick, he just did not get a good start again. He is way back.
Well, Charlie said, some weekends he gets great starts and some weekends he doesn't. He doesn't know. But that's the thing that Buddy Antunez was talking about earlier, is he likes to put himself in a spot where he's more consistent.
Here comes a pass. There's Stevenson. Got a good line through the whoops. He is driving. They're neck and neck, side by side, and Stevenson had the better line. He came out of the whoops at the same time, but Willow had nowhere to go. He had to back it off.
Well, Willow's in a spot where, he's been smart. He's not going to put himself out there in a race if he's going to get knocked down. Now at least he has another chance to go after Denny.
Stevenson out front, and I don't think Stevenson is in the mood to make more mistakes or let up at all. My guess is he is going to hammer, and go just as hard as he can to try to break away from Jeff Willow.
Denny's very relaxing. You watch him as he charges through the whoops, stays low, gets a great drive. So he looks like the class of the field right now, Larry.
Denny Stevenson, the Bud man told us when he was sitting up here in the booth that he was far more comfortable riding the 250 than he was in the 125 here on this racetrack. And my gosh, he won the 125 class, so he ought to decimate this thing.
Well, he's already pulled out about a 10 bike length lead over Jeff Willow, and I don't see Willow really taking any chances to go after him. If you're going to want to beat this guy right here, number 3, Denny Stevenson, you're going to have to take chances and attack every bit of the track.
Okay, we're going to go back and take a look at the pass for the lead that Denny made on Willow.
Watch, he gets a great drive out of there, and he's on top of the bumps. Willow doesn't even know he's there. Next thing you know, Denny squirts by. That's been Denny's strong point this whole weekend, has been through the whoops.
Big, long legs, and they kind of act like pistons when that bike is going up and down. The legs help absorb some of the shock. I think I got that right, Ricky. And it just takes a little load off the motorcycle.
It does, but Buddy Antunez is another guy who's not built anything like Denny Stevenson. Short, compact, but stays on top. Maybe it has something to do with the way they set their suspension or with the way the Suzukis are balanced. But both of those guys get through the whoops very strong.
Denny Stevenson starting to open up the gap between himself and Jeff Willow. There's Willow in second place, rider number 4. He led the 125 main until Stevenson passed him, and Stevenson got that job done, then went on to win that event with Willow coming in second. And pointing out again that this guy won 15 races last year, has yet to win a race this year.
Well, I think what's happened is that the bar has been raised. But Jeff Willow is doing everything on the track. He's just not doing it at the same intensity that Buddy Antunez and Denny Stevenson do it.
Rider number 76 holding down the number 3 position. That's Brad Hagseth. Brad, as we pointed out, I think earlier, is not a regular on the Arenacross circuit. It's good to have him out here. I wish he were. The guy does a really fine job.
He does. He does a good job. You can see that his timing is off just a little bit. He's doing all the jumps, getting everything landing in a good spot, but he just little bits where guys like Willow and Antonez and Stevenson and that are more comfortable on this track. That's where they're getting him.
Here comes fourth place, and fourth place just disappeared, and I think that was
Mike Caton.
Mike Caton, yeah. Caton went off the side of the track, and when he did that, Bogart was on the inside, I believe, and Bogart then would have moved all the way up to fourth already. Caton is okay. He's straightening the motorcycle up, trying to get out of that little ditch that he is in. The dirt stops. He's down on concrete, and he's in between the dirt and the wall, and he's trying to maneuver that motorcycle up and out, and that will be a handful and a chore to do. So color Caton gone from this.
Yeah, Caton's definitely not going to be in the top 5, but as we go back to Denny Stevenson, you notice he's doing all the jumps, and he's doing it in quick fashion. He's not wasting too much time in the air. He gets right back on the ground, does the quad right there into the double, and he gets back on the ground, and he's short squirt, quick burst of energy.
We're looking at the halfway mark in this 250cc main. Denny Stevenson is your leader. He took that position away from Jeff Willow, and since then has not been headed. We'll be back with more after this. You know, as we watch Denny Stevenson run away with the final national championship Arenacross of the season. This guy just has done nothing but run away from the field, and Rick has given you all the reasons why. Fact of the matter is, tonight he is on his game, if we put it quite simply. He's just not putting a wheel out of place.
No, he's not. He looks comfortable. This is the way he was at the early part of the year when he and Buddy were going back and forth, where Buddy didn't have that big points lead. So Denny's comfortable right now. No one's challenging him. Number 76 is Hagseth. He's now in second place. Something happened to Jeff Willow. I don't know if he went down or if something happened to him, but now a distant second is Hagseth. And
running in third place is Charlie Bogart. He's closing on Hagseth, as a matter of fact. We have come to expect it from this guy. Spectacular rides all season long, but always from behind. Darn, I wish the guy'd get hole shots and run up with the leaders.
I bet if we look back at the races that he won, I'll bet we find that he was in the top 3 to top 5 when he got the hole shots. I would
have to agree with that. He has won 7 times this year. He finished second 4 times, and totally was on the top 5 like 28 times, but he missed 14 races due to injuries, and that put him out of the hunt for any championship. But he's just remarkable, I think, his sense of balance, his ability to change lines and to get through the rougher sections of the racetrack faster than most others out there. I'm going to maybe exclude Buddy Antonez, and Stevenson has second place, and Hagseth had no idea he was there, Ricky.
Well, that's what we were talking about. Hagseth is not a regular on the series, and I don't think he knew how fast Charlie Bogart was coming. Charlie had a different rhythm through that section of jumps, and I think quadded when Hagseth tripled, and that's that much, and it's over.
So Hagseth drops back to third with Bogart left now to run up and try to chase Denny Stevenson, but I think that's a lost cause unless Stevenson makes some kind of a mistake.
He'd have to make a real big mistake. But I was talking to Charlie Bogart on Friday. He said he had a back injury, wasn't feeling really good, but he had to come out here and race to hold his position in points. So he's done very well for a guy who's really, his heart and his body's not into this race.
We're talking about Charlie Bogart, a Texan. He has a huge heart and a huge riding ability to go along with the state of Texas, and most certainly pays it off with that Suzuki. Back to the front of the pack. Meanwhile, in front of Charlie Bogart is Denny Stevenson. There he is, rider number 3. Race laps are winding down. Stevenson on his way to double here this evening. He won 1 race last night, so that's going to give him 16 event wins on the season. And, of course, all the bonuses, the pride, and everything that goes with it. He just put up a remarkable battle this year, he and Antonez, over that championship. It was in doubt, right up to the last race.
He raced, Denny lifted his level up this year to go after that championship and win this championship, but Buddy Antonez was able to just up it 1 more notch. So it was anybody's game, and Denny had a couple more problems than Buddy, and Buddy walked away with the championship.
Well, Buddy had to pick it up a notch because Denny was there. I guarantee you that Denny came into this season, as you pointed out earlier, ready to win a title. He was trained. He was physically fit. He knew the motorcycle inside and out. He was prepared. By gosh, I mean, and it shows. It paid off.
Well, definitely. And one of the things I like about Denny is how close him and his father work. His dad is his mechanic. They have a great friendship, let alone a great father-son relationship. I remember talking to Mr. Stevenson back when Denny was the 125 East Coast Championship. And I remember after Denny won his first Supercross race, now we're on to the last lap. And I remember seeing Mr. Stevenson crying and hugging Denny, and how great it made me feel to see that kind of emotion. But about 4 races into the series, it started becoming ho-hum, and I said, hey, never get used to winning.
Well, Denny Stevenson is on the final lap. Just a couple of corners and a couple more bumps, and he will score the double here in Reno. Both victories, 125 and 250 in the same night. That is a major accomplishment, I got to tell you. Look, he knows how far ahead he is. He just kind of waves at the crowd, and Denny Stevenson wins it. An excellent ride. Took the lead away from Jeff Willow, ran away from the rest of the field, and we'll be back to talk with our winners right after this. To Reno, where the year 2000 National Championship Arenacross Series has concluded. All that is left is a visit with a winner. Let's go down to Winner's Circle, where Greg White is with Denny Stevenson.
Guys, he went 2 for 2 tonight. Had a great race.
Yeah, it was a really good weekend overall. You know, unfortunate with Buddy getting hurt this morning. I kind of had to carry the banner for PostRace.com, Bill's 5-axle Suzuki by myself, and I felt great all weekend, all night. I felt real smooth and just consistent. You know, I got some decent starts and worked through the pack. You know, worked through the pack, and I went 25. And you know, I just want to thank everybody. Everybody did a great job. Lou Lopez, Sunstar Sprockets, the Dunlop Tire has been hooking up all weekend as well. My dad and great people like Danish Inspirations back home, Anthony's Tennis Shoes. You know, people that I get to thank every week. And it's been a great year. I mean, I owe all my success to this great Suzuki bike and the whole team. And can't wait for next year. I'm ready for 17 more rounds right now.
You're going to carry this momentum into next season.
Yeah, I only got 8 months of dead time to try and keep it rolling, but you know, I'm happy with the bikes. Obviously, Suzuki's been incredible, and I got some good stuff going at home, and you know, I really enjoyed racing for the title this year. It's a hell of a lot better than running, you know, thirds and fourths, and you know, I got a fourth and a third and a second this year. 2001 looks like a #1 plate, so you know, congratulations to my teammate Buddy Antunez and this great team. So I'm just looking forward to keeping the ball rolling in 2001.
Guys, a very happy winner down here this evening.
Thanks, Greg. Well, Denny won it. Charlie Bogart second. Brad Hagseth finished in the #3 position. Rick, how tough is a layoff of 8 months?
Well, you know, he's going to be doing a lot of different stuff between internet business that he does. He's probably going to be doing a lot of riding, but now it's time for him to relax. He needs to relax, get this over with, and get back to training when it's time.
Let's go back to Greg White. He's with Charlie Bogart.
Thanks, guys. Charlie, another podium finish tonight. 1 place better.
Yeah, definitely. I got second this time. I wish I could have got me a start. Maybe I could have run with Denny and we could have had a good race. But, you know, I can't say enough. St. Louis Power Sports Suzuki works good, and I was able to charge through the pack and pass a lot of people. Renard makes my bike go fast so I can hit those big quads. So, you know, it works good, and I can't say enough.
Well, a great ride from you this evening. Guys?
Ricky, I got to tell you what, he's having fun out there racing.
He has a great time. If I was Charlie Bogart, I wouldn't work on my intensity. What I would work on is my starts and on my consistency, because, man, when that kid wicks it up, I think lap for lap, I put him against McGrath on his best lap.
Charlie, if you see this show, you call RJ up. He's going to help you with your start. Meanwhile, Greg has worked his way over to Brad Hagseth, who finished third.
Oh, Brad, this is your second podium finish this year, but a great ride for you nonetheless.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I got a good start, and you know, just tried to hang on there, and Charlie came up and got me at the end, but you know, I'm real happy to be up on the podium with such great riders as Charlie and Denny. You know, I'm just happy to be up here, and I had a lot of fun.
How was the pass? Was it a little bit surprising for you?
No, you know, I heard him coming up, you know, on me a little bit, and I tried to stay relaxed, but he was going really fast. He was jumping a quad over there that I wasn't doing, and he just got me fair and square, and I couldn't hang on.
Well, a great ride and a podium finish this evening for Brad. Guys, what a great season it was.
Indeed, indeed it was. Take a look at the final point standings. As we told you, of course, this was all wrapped up coming into the evening's races with Buddy Antunez taking the championship, Denny Stevenson finishing in second place. All in all, it was just a tremendously great year of racing. Let's go back down to Lance Bryson, who is the VP of Communications from Pace Motorsports. He has a presentation to make to Buddy Antunez.
Buddy, on behalf of Pace Motorsports, we're extremely proud to have you as our 4-time national champion. You are a champion well-deserved of this $25,000 from richhead.com. Ladies and gentlemen, Buddy Antunez.
Well, from up here, our congratulations to Buddy Antunez, who is standing by with Greg White.
Buddy, another great accomplishment. What are your plans for defending this championship?
I'm definitely going to have to work harder next year. You know, Denny Stevenson got a taste of it this year, and he's going to be there for the next year's season. So I'm going to have to work double hard, and hopefully we'll have the same package, and we'll be able to put the Suzukis up here 1-2 again next year. And, you know, it's like a dream if I could do it that way.
Well, a great season from Buddy Antunez. Guys, back up to you.
Oh, thanks, Greg, and it's just been a great season all the way around, and in particular working with you, RJ. I've just enjoyed it immensely.
Well, the whole crew, Larry and Greg, I've had a great time working with you guys, and I've really enjoyed being a part of this Arenacross Championship and Series. This is old school racing. These guys bang, they rub, and then they shake hands, and look at that. Those are three enemies on the track, but they're happy for each other right now. Thank you.
Well, they are. They saved a little bit of that champagne. The Bud man will taste it. For Ricky Johnson, I'm Larry Myers. So long, everyone, and thank you much for watching.